You've been told fruit is healthy, but after 50, some of it could be silently harming you. Most of us grew up with the idea that fruit equals health. It was what our parents encouraged, what our doctors praised, and what we reached for when we wanted to make a better choice. From colourful fruit bowls to juice in the morning, it all seemed like the perfect way to nourish our bodies. But here's a truth that many people discover only later in life. As we age, our bodies change in ways that make some fruits surprisingly harmful, especially if we're over 60. It's not just about sugar or calories, it's about how fruit interacts with medications, how it impacts blood sugar stability, and how its nutrients are processed by an aging digestive system. Something that was once harmless, even helpful, might now silently work against your health, while other fruits may become your body's best friend. I've spent decades studying nutrition and aging, and more importantly, I've lived through these changes myself. Today, I want to share what I've learned, not from theory, but from experience. Let's talk about the fruits that can quietly steal your energy, balance, and well-being, and the ones that can restore them. Take a moment to picture this. A morning breakfast, sunlight streaming in, a grapefruit sliced perfectly on a plate. It looks fresh, clean, and invigorating. But for many older adults, that grapefruit is far from innocent. Behind its tart flavor lies a natural compound that interferes with a crucial liver enzyme. This enzyme's job is to break down many common medications, cholesterol drugs, blood pressure pills, anxiety medications, and more. When grapefruit blocks that enzyme, those drugs don't metabolize as they should. They build up in your bloodstream, intensifying their effects far beyond what's safe. The consequences? Severe muscle pain, irregular heartbeat, even internal bleeding, depending on the medication. And the worst part is most people don't realize the connection. They eat their fruit, take their pills, and days or weeks later end up in the ER wondering what went wrong. For over 70% of seniors who take daily medications, grapefruit is a risk not worth taking. It might look healthy, but for many people over 60, it's like mixing fruit with poison. Then there are cherries, sweet, nostalgic, and hard to resist. They remind us of childhood, holidays, or a warm summer day. But once again, the truth is more complicated. Cherries are packed with natural sugars. That may not be a problem for a young, insulin-sensitive body. But for those of us dealing with diabetes, prediabetes, or just a slowing metabolism, it's a different story. One bowl of cherries can cause a significant blood sugar spike, leading to energy crashes, brain fog, and long-term organ stress. And if you're dealing with arthritis or inflammation, the natural acidity in cherries can worsen your symptoms. It's subtle at first. Maybe your knees ache more, maybe your fingers feel stiffer than usual, but over time, the discomfort builds, and the link to your diet becomes hard to ignore. Cherries aren't the enemy, but they're not always the innocent treat they seem to be, especially when they come dried or juiced, where the sugar content skyrockets and the nutrients diminish. Let's talk about another so-called healthy fruit that often slips under the radar, the banana. For most of our lives, bananas have been the go-to snack. Easy to eat, full of potassium, great for cramps, or so we thought. But here's where things get tricky. As we age, our kidneys don't process potassium as efficiently. If you're taking medications for high blood pressure or heart problems, your potassium levels can rise more easily than you realize. And when potassium builds up too high, it disrupts your heart's rhythm and your body's electrical signals. This condition, called hyperkalemia, is more common than people think, especially among older adults. The symptoms are vague at first. Fatigue, muscle weakness, a feeling of being off, but the effects on the heart can be life-threatening. You might be eating bananas daily without knowing that they're slowly tipping your body out of balance, and by the time symptoms show up, it's often already serious. Sometimes what seems like the healthiest choice is just a habit from a different stage of life, and as our bodies change, our habits must change too. Now, imagine a snack pack of dried fruit. Raisins, cranberries, maybe some dried mango. It's marketed as a health food. You see it in gyms, at the grocery checkout, even in hospital cafeterias. But what's really going on inside those little bites? When fruit is dried, all the water is removed, but the sugar stays. And what was once a full bowl of grapes becomes a handful of raisins, delivering a concentrated shot of sugar with none of the fiber or hydration that slows absorption. To make matters worse, many dried fruits are coated with extra sugar or treated with preservatives like sulfites, which can trigger inflammation, migraines, or digestive issues, especially in people with sensitive systems. For older adults who are managing their blood sugar, digestion, or blood pressure, dried fruit often acts more like candy than nutrition. It gives a false sense of health and delivers a real metabolic hit. This isn't about cutting out joy, it's about cutting through confusion. Because on the other side of this, there are fruits that truly support your health in powerful, proven ways. They don't just taste good, they heal. Take blueberries. Small, vibrant, and rich in antioxidants, they're one of the best foods you can eat to protect your brain. The compounds in blueberries help reduce inflammation in the brain, improve communication between neurons, and even support memory and decision-making. For older adults, they've been linked to reduced risk of Alzheimer's and slower cognitive decline. They're also low in sugar, high in fiber, and supportive of heart health. Whether added to oatmeal, blended in a smoothie, or eaten by the handful, blueberries offer gentle, lasting benefits with every bite. Another star is papaya. It might not be as familiar in every household, but it deserves a place on your table. Papaya contains a natural enzyme that aids digestion, especially important for older adults who experience slower gastric function. It's also rich in vitamin C, beta-carotene, and fiber, making it a natural ally for the immune system and gut. Papaya is soothing, gentle, and hydrating. It's ideal for anyone who deals with bloating, acid reflux, or digestive discomfort. A few servings a week can genuinely change the way your body feels after meals. And let's not forget avocado. Yes, it's technically a fruit, and a unique one at that. Unlike most fruits, avocado is low in sugar and high in healthy fat. That fat supports brain function, balances hormones, reduces inflammation, and helps your body absorb critical vitamins. For the heart, it's a true protector, helping lower bad cholesterol, raise good cholesterol, and reduce blood pressure. For the brain, the combination of vitamin E, folate, and healthy fats is like daily fuel for clear thinking and long-term protection. You don't need much. Just a few slices a day, on toast, in a salad, or in a smoothie, can provide enormous benefits over time. And finally, the humble apple. Maybe the most underrated fruit of all. It's not exotic or trendy, but it's incredibly effective. Apples contain soluble fiber, which helps regulate blood sugar and cholesterol. The skin is rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. They're satisfying, portable, and blood sugar friendly, especially when eaten whole. An apple a day isn't just a saying, it's a smart habit that supports your heart, digestion, and overall wellness. So, what does this all mean for you? It means your relationship with fruit may need to evolve. What used to work for your body might not be working anymore, and that's okay. Aging isn't about giving things up, it's about adapting to what serves you now. Start by taking a look at the fruits in your home. Are they helping you feel balanced, energetic, and clear-headed? Or are they leaving you tired, inflamed, or unstable? You don't need to cut out fruit, but you do need to get selective. Learn what your body loves and what it can't handle anymore. Build meals that support your brain, your heart, and your energy, not just your taste buds. Because food is more than fuel, it's medicine. And the right fruit, in the right amount, can be one of the most powerful tools in your wellness routine. This is just the beginning. In the next part, we'll dive deeper into even more fruits that can help you thrive, plus how to create easy, senior-friendly meals and snacks that use these natural powerhouses to your advantage. Until then, stay curious, stay empowered, and most importantly, stay well. As we get older, the world starts to feel more medicalized. More appointments, more prescriptions, more instructions to follow. It can feel like everything you do revolves around managing symptoms rather than feeling better. But there's something powerful about realizing this. Your health isn't only determined by doctors and medications. Some of the strongest allies in protecting your body, calming your joints, and fueling your mind are waiting for you, not in the pharmacy, but in the produce aisle. And one of the simplest, most effective allies? The blueberry. This little fruit doesn't boast, it doesn't come with bold claims or complicated labels, but it's packed with some of the most beneficial compounds nature has to offer for your brain. Research continues to show that blueberries improve memory, protect against cognitive decline, and reduce inflammation in the nervous system. The deep color of the berry is a sign of its antioxidant richness, and those antioxidants go to work where it matters most, your mind. As memory begins to fade and sharpness becomes harder to maintain, the blueberry steps in as a natural protector. It doesn't promise perfection, but it offers meaningful help, preserving clarity, supporting mood, and promoting healthy brain aging. And the best part, it's easy. A half cup a day, fresh, frozen, or in your morning oatmeal, is all it takes to start seeing the benefits. Now, if blueberries protect your brain, what about your heart? That's where the apple comes in. Familiar, affordable, and easy to enjoy, the apple is often overlooked because of its simplicity. But don't be fooled. This is one of the most powerful fruits you can eat for cardiovascular health, especially in your later years. The key lies in its fiber, specifically soluble fiber in the form of pectin. This fiber helps pull LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, out of your digestive system before it has a chance to be absorbed. That alone can reduce your risk of heart disease without any drastic dietary overhauls, but that's not all. Apples are naturally low in calories and sugar, yet satisfying and slow digesting. That makes them excellent for blood sugar control and weight management, two things that matter more and more as we get older. Managing blood sugar isn't just about avoiding diabetes. It's about maintaining energy, mood stability, and long-term organ health. The antioxidants in apple skin also offer subtle but steady support, reducing inflammation in your blood vessels and helping keep your immune system strong. And let's not underestimate the emotional impact. Apples are tied to seasons, memories, traditions. They're grounding. And when food grounds you emotionally and supports you physically, that's a powerful combination. You don't need a fancy diet plan. Just keep apples in your home, wash one up and enjoy it with the skin on. Your heart, your gut and your mood will thank you. Then there's the avocado. Often misunderstood, this creamy green fruit is one of the best foods you can eat after 60, and it's not because of the flavor or the trendiness. It's because of what it offers inside. Avocados are full of monounsaturated fats, the kind that helps reduce bad cholesterol and protect your heart, not clog it. These fats also nourish your brain, support hormone balance, and fight chronic inflammation, the invisible process that contributes to so many age-related diseases from arthritis to memory loss. What's remarkable about avocado is how much it does in just one serving. It delivers vitamin K, critical for bone strength and fracture prevention. That's especially important for older adults, who may not realize their bones are weakening until a fall or injury changes everything. It provides folate, potassium, and lutein too, nutrients that help regulate blood pressure, keep circulation healthy, and protect vision from age-related degeneration. But beyond the science, avocado adds satisfaction. It feels rich. It adds depth to a meal. And it does all of this without sugar, without preservatives, without fuss. You can mash it on toast, slice it into a salad, or enjoy it plain with a pinch of salt. It's one of the few foods that feels indulgent while supporting your health in nearly every way. At a time in life when you may be told what not to eat, avocado is a reminder that there are still foods you can celebrate. Let's now turn to a fruit that helps in an area many seniors struggle with but don't always talk about: digestion. Papaya is often considered a tropical treat, but it's so much more than that. It contains papain, a natural enzyme that breaks down proteins and eases digestion. For older adults dealing with bloating, gas, acid reflux, or general discomfort after meals, this fruit can be transformative. Unlike many commercial digestive aids or supplements, papaya offers a gentle, consistent, natural solution, and it works in harmony with your body rather than overwhelming it. Papaya is also rich in vitamins A, C, and E, a powerful trio for strengthening the immune system, reducing inflammation, and keeping the skin healthy. For those managing arthritis or joint pain, the anti-inflammatory properties of papaya can bring real noticeable relief. This fruit doesn't need elaborate preparation. You can eat it fresh, add it to smoothies, or simply cut a few slices to enjoy alongside breakfast. Its soft texture and mild sweetness make it ideal for sensitive digestive systems. And in choosing papaya, you're not just easing symptoms, you're creating conditions for long-term wellness. And when you bring these four fruits, blueberries, apples, avocados, and papayas, into your daily life, you're doing more than following nutrition advice. You're making a commitment to care for your body in a way that is sustainable, practical, and deeply supportive. You're giving your brain the antioxidants it needs to stay sharp. You're giving your heart the fiber it needs to stay strong. You're giving your bones, joints, and blood vessels the nutrients they need to stay resilient. You're giving your digestion the support it needs to stay regular and comfortable. And just as important, you're reclaiming your relationship with food. Too often, health after 60 is framed around restriction. Don't eat this, avoid that, cut this out. It can make meals feel like a chore, or worse, a source of anxiety. But these fruits aren't about restriction. They're about adding back in what truly supports your body.